Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Take Five. And, we're just in quite a long section dealing with every aspect of your life. But I'm not going to read every verse when we're in this section. So some of these are going to be really short episodes of Take Five. We're in Leviticus 14. And yesterday we talked about different skin diseases, and you could have read further and it would have talked about mold. Well, we got the same situation here in chapter 14. We're still dealing with skin diseases and mold, so I'm going to read one verse and you can read the rest. Well, I'll read two verses. The Lord said to Moses, these are the regulations for any diseased person at the time of their ceremonial cleansing when they are brought to the priest. The priest is to go outside the camp, and I'll keep reading a little bit, and outside the camp and examine them. If they have been healed of their defiling skin disease, the priest shall order that 2 live clean birds and some cedar wood, scarlet yarn, and hyssop be brought for the person to be cleansed. And the priest shall order that one of the birds be killed over fresh water in a clay pot. He is then to take the live bird and dip it together with the cedar wood, the scarlet yarn, and the hyssop into the blood of the bird that was killed over the fresh water. 7 times he shall sprinkle the one to be cleansed of the defiling disease, and then pronounce them clean. After that he is to release the live bird in the open fields. All right. And I'll be honest, I don't understand all of that. And I've never been interested enough in it to try to understand it more than I do. Okay. But I guess if you were really interested in it, you could look up some history on all that and try to find out why they dipped the bird 7 times and why they released the live bird and all that. But you see, there's still, though, at least it's a bird this time. It's not the same animal they've been doing. But there's just still a lot of animal sacrifice. The one point I will say is that when you read these chapters over and over and over, all these different animal sacrifices for things, you can't ignore how sinful we are, I guess, how sick we are, how unclean we are. That all of these things had to be, animals had to be killed for us. We're not near as good as we think we are. None of us are perfect. None of us are even close to perfect. And we desperately need cleansing. And blood is what cleanses. It's interesting, you get blood on a garment and it's hard to get off, but you get sin on us. The only thing you can get it off with is the blood of God's Son. Anyway, those are some thoughts, and I think God just gave me those, frankly, just now, because I hadn't thought of those before I shared them with you. But anyway, those are some good things to think about maybe, but why they did all these specifics, I don't know. If you want to look it up and then come tell me, that'd be cool. But that's it, and that's all I'm going to read in chapter 14. So we'll be in chapter 15, verse 1 on the next edition of Take 5.